Hello everyone, this is MSC. Atomic spectra. If you pass pure white light through a prism, what you can see is a collection of different colors, which is similar to the colors in rainbow. We can identify this as a continuous spectrum because we can see all these colors right next to each other. Continuous spectrum contains mainly many different colors or wavelength with no gaps. There is no any missing part. If you pass current through hydrogen gas in a tube at low pressure, a light is emitted from the tube. When this emitted light is passed through a prism, only a few narrow lines are seen. This is a line spectrum. Here there are some missing parts in the spectrum. The light emitted by hydrogen is red because of its four characteristic line. The most intense line in its spectrum is in the red portion of the visible spectrum. The electrons surrounding the atomic nucleus are arranged in a series of levels of increase in energy. When the energy is supplied to this type of atom, enough energy is absorbed and electrons come to higher energy levels. Then as the electron in the atom fall back down, they emit electromagnetic radiation or light. The collection of this electromagnetic radiation at different wavelength is called the emission spectrum. White light is made up of all different wavelength of visible light put together. When white light is shined on a sample of your material, certain photon of light can hit an atom. If the energy of the photon is the same as the energy between two electronic energy levels in the atom, then the electron in the lower energy level can absorb the photon and jump up to the higher energy level. The absorbed photons show up as black lines in the spectrum. The collection of these lines is the absorption spectrum. According to these facts, atomic spectrum is a collection of characteristic frequencies of electromagnetic radiation that are readily absorbed and emitted by an atom. Note that the emission spectrum has colored lines on dark background and the absorption spectrum has dark line on colored background. For a given element, emission spectrum can be superimposed on absorption spectrum because for a given two energy levels, the energy gap remains constant. Therefore, the energy emitted in emission spectrum and the energy absorbed in absorption spectrum should be equal. Hydrogen gas is in a discharge tube, which is a thin tube containing hydrogen gas at low pressure with an electrode at each end. When high voltage is applied, the tube lights up with bright pink-red glow. The light emitted is passed through a prism or diffracting grating, then it is split into its various colors. What we can see here is a small part of the hydrogen emission spectrum. Most of the spectrum is either in the infrared or the ultraviolet. Therefore, those parts of the spectrum are invisible to the eye. First, hydrogen molecules are broken up into hydrogen atoms by absorbing energy from high voltage supplied. Therefore, hydrogen molecule now converted into hydrogen atoms. There is one electron in hydrogen atom and it is found in the first energy level, which has the lowest energy. This electron absorb energy and jump up to higher energy level. We have the excited state of hydrogen atom. Since this is unstable, this electron fall down to a lower energy level. This emits light. If this is passed through a prism or diffracting grating to separate out the light, you can see a line in the spectrum. Suppose a particular electron was excited into the third energy level. This would tend to lose energy again by falling back down to a lower energy level. It could do this in two different ways. It could fall all the way back down to the first energy level again, or it could fall back to the second energy level and then in a second jump down to the first energy level. During this type of electron falling, it has to lose an amount of energy exactly the same as the energy gap between those two levels. that energy which the electron loses come out as the light. The energy gap between those two energy levels in hydrogen atom, that means delta E, is given by this equation. Delta E equals h nu. There is another way to calculate wavelength of this light. It is the Balmer-Rayberg equation. Suppose the excited electron fall from fourth energy level to second energy level. Therefore, lower energy level, that means I for this fall in is 2, while the high energy level J is 4. By substituting I, J and Rayberg constant, we can calculate the wavelength of this electromagnetic radiation emitted. Here it gives 486.17 nanometer as the wavelength. As you know, there are a large number of possible electron transition in this experiment. These fall into a number of series of lines named after the person who discovered them. This diagram shows 3 of these series, but there are others in infrared too. The left of the Paschen series shown in the diagram. When the excited electron jumps from second energy level to first energy level, it emits energy similar to E2 minus E1. There is a line in the spectrum which represents this energy. When the excited electron jumps from third energy level to the first energy level, it emits energy similar to E3 minus E1. This energy is greater than the energy released during the previous electron falling. Therefore, the corresponding line should be in left-hand side to the previous line. The gap between these first line and second line should be corresponding to the energy difference between second and third energy levels of hydrogen atom, because the extra energy emitted during second transition is equal to the energy difference between second and third energy levels, that means E3 minus E2. Next fall in is from fourth energy level to the first energy level. Energy released during this fall in is E4 minus E1, which is larger than the energy of previous fall-ins. Therefore, the line should represent large energy. It should be in left-hand side to the second line. The gap between second line and third line corresponds to energy difference between third and fourth energy level, which is smaller than the energy difference between second and third energy levels. Therefore, the gap between second and third line of this series is smaller than the gap between first and second line. Next fall in is from fifth energy level to first energy level. The corresponding line is fourth line. There can be more electron fall-ins to the first energy level. They produce other lines of this series. As you can see here, when you go from right hand side to left hand side in this series, the gap between two consecutive lines decreases, but the energy represented by line increases. If the excited electron falls back to second energy level, they produce a set of lines of different series. These lines are placed right hand side to the previous series because the energy released during these fall-ins are smaller than the previous fall-in. Here 4 colored lines are visible to our naked eye. When the electrons fall back to third energy level, they emit energy smaller than the previous 2 series. Therefore, it should be placed in right hand side of the spectrum. These 3 series are named as Lyman series, Balmer series and Paschen series. There are several other series to the right hand side of the spectrum, bracket, phones, etc. Lyman series. If the transition of electron takes place from any higher orbit to the first orbit, we get a Lyman series of hydrogen atom. It is obtained in the ultraviolet region, not visible to our naked eye. Balmer series. If the transition of electron takes place from any higher orbit to the second orbit, we get Balmer series of the hydrogen atom. It is obtained in the visible region. Four colored lines are obtained in Balmer series. First line is identified as H alpha and it is red in color. Wavelength of this line is 656.4 nanometer. Second line is identified as H beta and it is green in color. I think you remember we calculated wavelength for the electromagnetic radiation emitted when electron transmit from fourth energy level to second energy level. And we got that value as 486.1 nanometer. Actually, it is H beta. Wavelength of this line is 486.1 nanometer. Third line is identified as H gamma and it is blue in color. Wavelength of this line is 434.2 nanometer. Fourth line is identified as H delta and it is violet in color. Wavelength of this line is 410.2 nanometer. Paschen series. If the transition of electron takes place from any higher orbit to the third orbit, we get Paschen series of the hydrogen atom. It is obtained in the infrared range. These lines are not visible to naked eye.